Well,
And you got a pass rusher yesterday that's available, Bradley Chubb.
That's right.
Who played for Vance Joseph. This is going to be Denver East now, right?
Boy.
It used to be Carolina North. Now it's Denver East.
Bradley Chubb.
19 and a half sacks in 2 years with Miami.
I'm going to have to go ahead and check everybody's receipts on this one. A player played for Miami and disappointed. I'm sure Bills fans spent the last 2 years calling this guy the most washed loser ever. Now he's available. Like, I got to be honest, that guy might be worth something now. I think I like what I see. I think the numbers are a little bit misleading, Joe.
Did he disappoint?
He definitely disappointed.
He had 19 and a half sacks in 2 years, and he led the league in forced fumbles.
His pass rush win rate last year was like 11%.
Okay.
Which is rough. He was very bad. Put it this way, if he can still play, why aren't they trading him? Because nobody will take the contract?
At the money, right.
Right. So they're just going to get out from under that. The Dolphins, to me, are going to be super interesting because I'm going to target their 11th pick the entire offseason. The whole offseason. I'm going to try.
Target how? Like to trade up?
Yep. I'm going to talk them into, you want a quarterback next year. And the best thing you could
I'm sure that's what they want.
And the best thing you could possibly do to get one is dump out of 11 for a team that will give you next year's first to come all the way up to 11. That's the best thing that they could do. Now, I don't know if there's a quarterback that could get somebody to come up there. That's the problem. Let's look
Ty
at
Simpson's the only one that maybe has a thought about it.
And listen, it's the Bills model. That was a draft class, the quarterbacks that year, with Mahomes going 10th. That was a quarterback class not thought of as highly as the year after it, which you had 5 first-rounders, right? Mm-hmm. That class before is Trubisky, it's
Mahomes
and Deshaun Watson. And Deshaun Watson and Mahomes go out. Mahomes goes 10th, and Watson goes outside of the top 10. Mm-hmm. So the point I'm making is Trubisky goes, a team wants a quarterback, it's the Chiefs. They call the Bills, they're going to come up 17 spots. Mm-hmm. We'll give you a first, and they do it for a quarterback. Would the Dolphins slide down 15 spots to where the Bills are at 26 for anything less than a future first? I don't know if they would. Mm-hmm. But there probably aren't teams calling for a quarterback. Could I find my way to a pick slide where Miami thinks we're stockpiling for next year, we're grabbing a 2027 first, and we're trading our first to the Bills? I'm going to be targeting it the whole year because it's the best way to get a truly great player is to find a spot to pick 11th. Also, for what it's worth, the draft order this year, this is another reason. I hope you're ready for me to lay out my point. You know who picks 9th? Kansas City. Mm-hmm. You know who picks 10th? Cincinnati. Let's pick 11th. Let's make sure the teams that we spent the whole playoffs and run up to the playoffs saying, well, at least they're not here. Well, they're going to pick 9th and 10th. Let's pick 11th. Mm-hmm. Let's make sure we're not going to fall behind them this year on this pick. And I know it's not scientific to kind of line that up, but I don't care. Guess who the next AFC team to pick is after you do if you pick at 11? Baltimore. Okay.
Right, Baltimore. How about that? All 3 of those teams in the top 15.
Yep. They're all picking right there. So I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna get in there. And I'm gonna stretch my legs and make sure I can get a spot. I know who I want to, and I'm not sure they'll be available at 11. But anyway, conversation for another day. Mm-hmm. Tyreek Hill, Bradley Chubb. Anybody want to do either one of those? Because I don't want to do either one of those.
I mean, I don't think either would be expensive. I don't even want to entertain the idea of the Bills signing Tyreek Hill going forward. Just no interest whatsoever. Off that injury, he is a walking arrest every single spring, right? The list of things that he has done is offensive over the last 10 years. So don't want him. Chubb, if he's cheap, basically, to me. He has experience playing in this type of defense, edge rusher. I don't like that his pass rush win rate numbers aren't very good. So maybe he'll be a trick to some team. Are there dumb teams out there that are still doing it just on sacks? Because if you look at that and say 20 sacks in the last 2 years, I'm in. But what is that going to cost you? Is that going to cost you what Joey Bosa cost you? $12 million? $13 million? He's not getting a big deal, a monster deal. So maybe I could be talked into him if the price was down and you're doing other stuff at the position too. But otherwise, I don't feel the need to want anything that Miami's cutting bait on right now. Waddle would be the only name that I would want to be talking about from their current roster. And
that's definitely worth considering now because why are they keeping him? What's the timeline for keeping him? Don't they want to lose games?
I think so. I think they're about to do is it even a quiet tank? Maybe
sure.
It's a loud tank.
It's a full rebuild. They're cutting everything that's not bolted down.
Right. That should include him. I mean, 27 years old. You're gonna wait 1 year because you're gonna go to the bottom. Then you're gonna draft a guy, and he'll be a rookie. By the time he's going into his second year, Waddle's 30. That still works, but he's had injury problems too. To me, if you're them, that should be let's sell this now. Mm-hmm. There's value to it. We got a couple years until we're probably gonna be good again. He might still be good. He might not. So let's do it now. To me, that makes a lot of sense that he would be traded this offseason. And the Bills reportedly had discussions about him at the trade deadline. Which, again, to revisit that, why? Well, different GM, right? Different GM would be maybe the answer here. It was Chris Greer that the Bills, or Chris Greer's interim GM, that the Bills would have been talking to at the deadline. Now, it's the new guy who is about to put this plan into place, cutting bait on everybody, clearing cap space, dumping Tua, going to the bottom, drafting your new guy next year probably. So that guy's going to want picks in 2027, which is what the Bills reportedly were offering them at the deadline. Would they do the same deal now? Different GM? Would a different GM say yes to the same deal that they offered them at the deadline?
He might. This is where I'm going to, maybe I'll put a Twitter poll up. What's a better idea? What's a better use of the 2027 first-round pick? Is a better use of that pick Jaylen Waddle or moving to 11?
Moving to 11.
I agree.
I would say moving to 11.
I think it's a better value to move to 11.
If I'm Miami, though, if I'm Miami, I say Waddle. I'd rather give you Waddle for this. I'm not giving you 11.
Sure.
I'm keeping 11.
But
I want your first. Trust me.
Right.
Maybe actually this is their way of getting two. Is I'm going to trade Waddle for a 27 first. I'm going to do my trade down idea on top of it.
Right.
Now I have 3 firsts and 27 when I'm trying to get a guy.
If you're going to do
that's really what they should do.
You're going to do a full rebuild. You should. And another reason to consider the Dolphins here and how they should handle this and how Bills fans if you want to call Miami and get in on this, and we could talk about the best ideas, but the Jets' future draft picks, the Jets are loaded. If you're Miami, you are in direct competition with the Jets to make sure you get the right quarterback because they're going to be bad again. Their coach is probably bad, maybe even a sacrificial lamb on a silent tank again. They just traded Sauce Gardner and Quinton Williams for future firsts.
Yep.
They have 2 firsts this year, 3 firsts next year.
Yeah, and I think they have 2 seconds this year too.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. So if you're Miami,
they have 3 firsts next year already.
Yes.
Do they really?
They do. They have.
I didn't know it was
they have
that
the
much.
Cowboys and the Colts first pick already. And if you're Miami,
yeah, there it is.
Let's say you want a quarterback next year. Guess what? So does the team in your division. So the desperation that Miami and the Jets should have to get the quarterback position right. You are in a division that will have Josh Allen and Drake May, who I'm sorry, we still like, and the third team in that division is going to pick as high as they want. Because they're going to have 3 firsts and be bad.
I was going to say they're going to be just as bad as you, and right now they have more capital. Yep. They have their own pick, they have the Colts pick, and they have the more favorable pick between Cowboys and Packers.
We got to get out. Now that we're simulcasting in multiple places, we have to get out on time. They never would have tasked Howard with this. He never could have handled this over the years. Jeremy and Joe, give us a ring, 803-0550. When we get back, I've got bad news about all this. Turns out the Bills have the least to work with in the entire NFL for this offseason. There you go.
Sweet.
Statistically, I'll break that down. 803-0550 here on WGR.